here this morning at RDS Talks, and I have the pleasure to um, to have invited Jesse Stolow. Jesse and I we know each other for some time, and we've we've enjoyed the privilege of having him as a customer. But besides having him as a customer, we enjoy the privilege of having him as a friend. And one of the reasons why I wanted to hear from Jesse today is just really to have a conversation about how things are going. How we met. Jesse and I met, as a matter of fact. Our paths crossed a couple of times. We were both
Yeah.
graduates of the Goldman Sachs 10 SBK. Good morning, Jesse. How are you?
How are you? Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
you we've met. I remember, although we were in different cohorts at the Goldman Sachs 10 SBK, but we met in some of the after graduation events. And also we participated in a networking group, which you're still involved. I'm no longer in that group, but I always respect that your leadership and your involvement, and you're not a person that just stays in the background. So
thank you. Yeah, that's true.
What I wanted to hear,
it's a habit.
Yeah. Well, first of all, how are things going, Jesse? How is this complicated times been treating you and your family?
It's been stressful. It's a stressful time. We're balancing, or I'm balancing. We have a relatively new family. So my son is 5 months old. So he was born in June during all of this uncertainty. And now, we're approaching the holiday season where there's a lot of conversation with family trying to figure out, are we getting together? Are we seeing each other? And that's been really stressful. And on top of that, so you're balancing this personal life with your work life, which I believe that one of the things that has resulted from much of the pandemic response and working from home is that there's no more 9-to-5 job. Now, whether you're an executive, whether you're an employee or an associate, not so much in manufacturing and labor, but in terms of, just sitting in front of a computer working, you're on 24 hours a day now. There's no clock. There's no timekeeping. And so finding that balance for me as a business owner, not relying on, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm inspired by something and I want to bother my employees. And then at the same time, knowing that I get a notification and then I'm going to have to do something. But in the meantime, what a beautiful office I have here, right? Sitting in the hallway of my house in downtown Miami. So there's a lot going on.
No, we understand. It's interesting what you're mentioning, because we normally look at, I would have never thought about, filming out of my own home, but, adapting to working from home has many, many implications. Obviously, as you know, in our industry, we're a company that provides products for the office environment, and the office environment has shifted. The workforce have shifted. It will, some is a temporary adjustment, some is going to be a long-term adjustment. And ultimately, what we actually, we're also constantly adapting to that. But I do recognize what you say, that there is no beginning or ending, and that really complicates the balance of life. Okay. We understand. So,
case in point.
Oh, there you go. Well, hello there. How are you?
See you later.
How old is she?
Emery is 4 years old.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, she was born during Zika, so we have the full gamut of things going on in our family.
Well, I don't know if I mentioned it while we were on camera or not, but today we're being visited by my almost to be 6-month-old grandbaby. Wow. Her name is Sky, and Sky is newly arrived, also in the middle of the pandemic. Hi there, Mike.
Hey, I'm in the middle of a meeting. Can I talk to you later? Thank you.
So yeah, it's all good. But so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What? Tell us a little bit about Total Window and
Okay.
how, how has the business been going, even with these complicated times? How
Yeah.
have you been able to adjust and continue to promote your business for further growth?
Sure. So our business model has always been developed on personal relationships, and so what we just a quick background on Total Window for those that don't know. We're a family owned and operated company. My father started the business in 1985. I joined him in 2006. We provide custom natural light control solutions in the form of window treatments, shades, blinds, plantation shutters, curtains. We do all the motorization for those things. And primarily our business was focused in a lot of residential. And most of that business is all relationship driven. I would say 99% of that business is relationship driven. Even the leads that would come in from a business standpoint, automatically or through online marketing, you close the deal based on the relationship that you're building. And so we've always had that model. And a few years ago, when we were starting to come out of the recession, I realized that I didn't want to keep all of our eggs in the residential basket. So I wanted to start to look at other ways that we can expand. And so we started branching out into commercial projects as well. It's a completely different beast. It's a completely different type of business model. And so it's taken a lot of time and effort for the team to recognize the different segments of residential work and commercial work. Well, we were able to build a relationship with a handful of commercial general contractors. And again, it's interesting because that's also all about the relationship as well. It's just a different scale. It's a different product. And so because of the relationships that we've built, we've been able to continue to have those conversations with our past customers and also continue to get word of mouth through. It's a lot slower. It's a lot more drawn out of a process. We were fortunate during the primary stay at home that my installers were considered construction, right? So we were considered in that construction realm. And so as a result of that, we sent everybody from the office home to work from home, but we had our installers were still on the road. Okay. And because we had the commercial projects, we were able to continue because in the uncertainty of May and June, people weren't letting, folks into your homes. Now, even with the trends that we're seeing with numbers, I think individuals and homeowners are more comfortable with allowing people into your home to do those certain things as long as you are showing the proper respect that their home requires and that their people require. And so that we're doing a lot of that. It's just, sales has changed drastically in the last few months. It's a completely different world.
Well, and I do appreciate you sharing that, and I want to make sure that we speak a little bit more about the relationship, because I think ultimately, and I know that you've done it as an example, of relationship building, and this transition that you've made. I'm interested to hear your opinion about how do you foresee the future long term, even after the pandemic limitations come about. So when we're going to get back to that, let's just go for a quick break here, not a commercial break, but and I also wanted to ask you about the impact that RDS has had into your business in terms of servicing you and whatnot. I'd like to hear more about from your perspective. Thank you.